Alright guys, now this video is talk about how to fill in the blanks here. Here is all about to check whether rational numbers are closed under addition or not, and we have a table which actually we need to understand and fill it up. It's one of the exercises you have. I suggest you to do this yourself. You can actually watch the previous videos about all these things we did and you can fill it yourself. If not, you need help, you can look in this video. Anyway, we're talking about rational numbers. And do you think if you add two rational numbers, remember fractions, you're adding two fractions, you get a fraction, yes. If you subtract two fractions, you do get a fraction. And talk about multiplication. Let's say you have 3 by 4 into 5 by 6. I can see that is 15 by 24, which is actually a fraction like p by q. So it means if I multiply two rational numbers, I do get a rational number, right? Yes, I can say yes here. So this is a blank I'm filling. Now I know that it's not in division because if at all the denominator, let's say 3 by 0, this guy is not defined, right? So in this case, I know that this whole thing wherein 3 by 0 is a rational number which is not defined, then division is not defined. So this is anyway given to you, but let's just discuss about it. Come back to the next thing here. It's about integers. Integers are those numbers which are positive and negative both, right? So if I add two integers, if I add two positive numbers, I get a positive number. If you add two negative numbers, you get a negative. Let's say minus 6 minus 5 is minus 11, right? Belongs to integers, yes. You take one positive, one negative, you add them, you get either positive or negative. Let's say I have minus 6 plus 2. It's minus 4 actually, because this guy is a big number and with a minus sign, you get the same sign here. So I can see addition in integers is always an integer. So I can say yes. This guy is yes. Now, what about multiplication? Can I take two numbers, maybe positive or negative, multiply them? Do you always get a number? Maybe positive or negative. Yes, we did this in integers. We know that if at all I take 3 into 6, I get 18. Let's say I have minus 3 into 6, I get minus 18. This also belongs to integers. Cool. There's minus 6, minus 3 into minus 6 is plus 18 again. This belongs to z. I can see that I take any two numbers and multiply them, I will get an integer always. So I can say even this blank, I can say it is yes. Right, cool, we understand this. Now we talk about whole numbers. Whole numbers are those numbers which include 0 but not negative numbers. Okay, they are only positive numbers. So I can say if I add two positive numbers, I will always get a positive number. I can say yes here. So this is a blank I filled. Subtraction. Think about it. Go back to whole numbers video and check. If I take two whole numbers are anything containing 0, 1, 2, 3 like that till infinity. If I take a bigger number minus a smaller number, it is possible I'll get a whole number. But if I take a smaller number minus a bigger number, I'll get minus 3, which does not belong to whole numbers. So subtraction is always not closed, alright, on whole numbers. So I can say whole numbers are not always closed on subtraction. So I can say no here, right? We can understand this. What about division? Definitely not. Why? Because if I take 3 over 5, it is not happening. Right? 3 is a whole number, 5 is a whole number, but 3 by 5 is a fraction. It's a rational number, which does not come into that set. So, no again here. Cool, we understand this now? What about natural numbers? Natural numbers are these guys. Okay? Let's say natural numbers include 1 but no 0. Can I add any two numbers and do you think you get a number inside this? Yes, anytime, right? So, I can say this is yes, anytime, right? Now about subtraction, no again. Why? Because if at all I take, let's say 5 is a natural number, minus 6 is minus 1, which does not belong to natural numbers. See, minus 1 is not there in that set. So I can say subtraction is no. What about multiplication? Multiplication, think, two numbers, both are real numbers. I mean, in fact, natural numbers, both are full numbers and positive. Always you'll get this, right? You will get a natural number. I know this. About division again, I'm taking two numbers from here. Let's say 3 by 5 itself. Both 3 and 5 are natural numbers, and 3 by 5 it does not belong to n. So again, it's a no here. So try to understand in this basic concept of closure law and stuff like that. You should see those conditions which may not satisfy. If you see, let's say in terms of division also, if I take 10 by 2 would give you 5, which is a natural number. So based on this, I cannot say natural numbers are always closed under division, right? So you should look for those examples which will not satisfied and say that, okay, for all and all the times it is not satisfied. I hope you understand this. If it is satisfying for all the cases, it is closed. If not, it's not. So let's go to the next thing and see how it works.